AI has really been changing the creative industry as we know it. And there has been so many changes that it has brought about. It's interesting because everybody's thinking about what is the balance between AI and human creation. And in its essence, AI is an enhancer, not a replacement of the human. So if you look at AI and think of the tasks, the mechanical, repetitive tasks that it can take on, that allows the human creator to do uniquely what humans can only do. So we are imagining, we are telling the stories, and we are telling the stories with the beauty and the imagery that is meant to be. So to strike that balance between AI and humans when it comes to creativity, it's use it as a tool to augment and to make the creator's time more valuable and amazing.
So from creativity onto the role of targeting and identity, particularly at a moment when we see cookies continue to be diminished and, of course, privacy rules tightening. So what do you see next for targeting and identity?
Targeting is in such an interesting place. For years we heard that cookies were going away. Just this morning I heard Google's doing away with its privacy sandbox. So when it comes to targeting, it's all going to be consent-based. And at the end of the day, a consumer wants to be targeted. They want ads that are interesting to them, that talk to them about whether it's a cause or a product or a place that they would like to know about. But instead of following people and surveillance type targeting, it's going to be more consent based, and it's also going to be focused on using AI to do personalization about intent and about the time of the targeting to make a richer environment for everybody, both the brand advertiser, but especially the consumer.
So media fragmentation is simply just the world we live in these days. It's been happening for years and years. But so with that in mind, how can advertisers keep their storytelling consistent when we're looking at different formats like CTV, and of course there's social and retail media, on and on?
Media fragmentation is real. Our consumers live in multi-channel, so the brand advertiser has to as well, and they do. The real key to brand advertising is making sure that the soul of the brand is strong. What is your core messaging, your colors, your imagery, and carrying that through all of the different channels where a consumer lives. And if you think about it, the AI that is now inherent in these systems for personalization, it allows for sequential storytelling, which makes the experience much richer and much more tailored to the time of day that the consumer is living in on the respective channel.
So we've seen a blurring of the lines between performance and branding for quite some time, but measurement is still a moving target with both those twin poles. What's your sense of the signals that are fading and changing when it comes to measurement?
Measurement is evolving, and it's a good thing. It needs to evolve. Platforms are evolving, AI is evolving, targeting is evolving. So measurement has to follow suit, and it has been for quite a few years. But if you think about the way we're measuring brand versus performance, it should be an and, not an or a versus. So performance drives brand and brand drives performance. It's sort of an infinity loop. So when we can understand how a message or an ad is performing, then that's going to go into the creation of the messaging for the brand, and then it goes back to performance. So there needs to be constant vigilance over how the brand message is resonating in each channel. And then there also has to be use of the technologies available to make sure that the messaging stays relevant and stays consistent and keeps improving within the channels.